Let's take a look at the 3D model for Jeff the Shark. This is the raw export of the bones to animate Jeff. The rig they used couldn't be exported, but given how many bones there are, I assume that the actual rig is pretty dynamic. A lot of the bones here allow for very jello-like movement across the fins and blubber of Jeff. Something I noticed was that all of the limbs could be popped off, kinda like an action figure. There are a lot of times in Marvel Rivals where Jeff's head will get bigger or he'll dive underwater, and I assume this makes it easier to control those parts of the body, maybe even making them invisible if you need to. But it could also be made to make skins a lot easier. I'm surprised they focused on making creases for the gills. Marvel Rivals has a very unique art style, very bold outlines and sharp creases in its art, so I expected them to lean on those a little bit more. There's a lot of sharp blocks breaking up Jeff's texture, and a lot of ink strokes. Some of them convey creases, like in the feet. Some of them are just there to indicate scratches or wear and tear. Maybe it's the way that these textures were exported, but to me it feels like these textures might have been made in a program like Substance Painter, because whenever I've used it, I tend to get these artifacts warping the edges on my seams. That's something that I don't really get from more manual texture painting methods, and this method tends to have a pretty unique and sometimes really horrific result when you're looking at the textures.